Hey guys, it's Barbara. See if anybody is on before we get started. If you're there and have any questions, please post it in the comments. Uh-oh, there's an error occurring.
Protein plate with no tomatoes, extra cucumber. Can we get you ladies anything else right now? Okay, my name's Bree. If you need anything else, thank you.
Cindy, do you have the link handy for this to see if you can see it? I'm getting an error. It's in Podio.
It's in Podio?
Yeah, I think Mackenzie posted it today.
Using an unsupported browser? That's not true.
Oh, Diamond's there. You can hear me. Okay, Diamond, can you see the screen though? Because I'm getting an error message. You should be looking at let's see, the eSuite executive chart. Okay. Well, since you can hear me, I will keep talking. And I think there's just a delay, so if you do have questions, just post it in the comment box. I'm not at home, so I am using my laptop, so I'm going to have to go in and out of the screen, so I'll check back for any questions. But we're going to start today talking about how you get to executive, because you know, it's common knowledge, obviously, that we have you know, ranks. We have executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, double, triple, presidential, and ambassador. But you know, you kind of have to take them one step at a time. I do know people that do advance in multiple, you know, they'll go like from executive to emerald in 1 month or something like that. So that's awesome. But really, when you're looking at this chart, to be an executive, this is you. You have to be commission qualified, which means you either enrolled this month or you have run your 80 BB auto ship. And this is your team. You have 2 distributors right here. Each team, each leg has $400 in group volume. So what that means is they have loyal customers ordering, they have distributors under them ordering, or they are ordering themselves. So the volume comes into play when people buy stuff, when people buy retail, or when people buy as loyal customers, or when distributors run their auto ship. So for example, the average auto ship for loyal customers is about $72. So when you think about the steps to success, when we say enroll 4 loyal customers per month and 3 distributors, that $72 times 4 is about, I think that's $288. And then the average distributor auto ship is about $120 in bonus volume. So if you add the $120 to the loyal customer orders, $288, that is going to get you, beyond the 400 group volume. So for you to promote to executive, you need 2 distributors under you. It can't be one under the other. They have to be side by side, so all on your first level, and each of these legs need to be at 400. Now, this particular person here on the top level doesn't necessarily have to have all of the orders under them. There can be 10 people under them as well. So this entire leg, the entire group volume, is what you're looking at here to be executive. So let's see if there's any questions. Okay. So Diamond, you do see the screen now. Okay, cool. Any questions before we get on to Ruby? All right, so to get to Ruby, average income is about $600 per month. You need to be commission qualified. Again, that means you need to have run your 80 BB auto ship. This is a team of 5 distributors. You have 2 right under you, and now you have an executive. So that means when you're going back here looking at this executive leg, maybe one of these people enrolled distributors under them, and maybe they became an executive. So that would be your executive, and then you would just need one more person outside of that executive to be Ruby. Again, so the steps to success, 4 customers, 3 distributors every month is really how this kind of gets filled in, naturally. Very important that the executive spot and the Ruby spot run those 80 BB auto ships. Those are so, so, so important. So any questions about that? I thought we would start off talking about just kind of next steps to charting. That's okay, Diamond. I'm glad you're here. What questions do you have for me? Diamond, I could probably learn stuff from you, so I understand if you don't have questions. But I appreciate you coming on to check it out. All right. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and end it since there was no other questions and nobody else is here. That's okay. I'll keep doing it anyway, just in case my one rock star shows up. So Diamond, thank you. Do you have anything that you want to ask or want to look at? Maybe like eSuite questions? Anything like that? Okay, how to maintain with volume. Okay, so let's look at a diamond chart. So basically, once you hit diamond by having an emerald, a ruby, and 3 legs, 3 400 legs, you can maintain by having at least 10,000 in volume under you. But 50% of that has to be outside of 1 leg. For example, Diamond, I think Chantal was your emerald. So let's say her volume alone, just Chantal and everybody under her, was 8,000. And your group volume was 10,000. That means you'd have 8,000 under Chantal and then 2,000 over here, under you and under these legs. That is not enough to maintain diamond. You would need at least 5,000 outside of Chantal. So if her volume is 8,000, that means you need at least 13,000 in group volume. You yourself are considered a leg. So let's say your personal volume is 7,000 and your team is 3. Then that's not enough. You would need 7,000 under you and then 5,000 throughout the rest of your team. So that would be, you'd need 12,000. So basically whatever that biggest leg is, you need to make sure you have 5,000 volume outside of that. So when your first diamond, so no, if you want to get to double, you need a diamond under you and an emerald and 3 400s. The double maintenance is 25,000. So that means you'd be at 12,500 with the 50%. So yeah, we need to get some new team members under you for sure. Kind of get that blood flowing again and volume picked back up. We'll work on getting some ads set up for you. I'm going to work on that tonight. That's a great idea. Tips to keep your team motivated. Well, that's a good question. I think I try to really remind people about things like, did you know if you get one more customer, you'll get your 120 in product credit. I try to recognize people a lot for what they do. So like we do our daily shout outs. I text people probably at least once a week whenever possible, just to remind them about team calls. I try to friend everybody on Facebook, really just so that they can see that it's possible, that anybody can do this, and kind of how fun it can be to get it done. It's kind of just what I do, just to try to make an effort to keep people on track, is just sending them the reminders. And I understand that people get busy. It's hard to really motivate everybody. It's just not going to happen. And really, in the big picture, about 10% of your team will work, and the rest will kind of work. Some will use the products. Some will text you randomly that they have a customer. Everybody's important. But it's really important as a leader, once you do get a team, that you focus your time on the people that are working while supporting everybody else, as needed. And recruiting, bringing new people in, before you know it, that 10%, instead of being 2 people, all of a sudden is 10, and then all of a sudden it's 20, 25, and just understanding that recruiting is equally as important as retaining and recognizing people for what they've done. And really, that's all that we can do, is just kind of be there when people need us and lead by example. I hope that answered your question.
You want me? You have to go through him first.
Hi, Tabitha. Okay, cool. So I think we're having a technical difficulty with the screen, but we were just kind of chatting about keeping your teams motivated. We were talking about executive promotion and Ruby promotion before that. Tabitha, do you have any questions for me? Yep, life does happen, Diamond, for sure. It's a roller coaster ride, but a fun one. Never had a role in my life like this, where I can really just focus on helping people and doing my best to make sure that they're succeeding and happy and successful, and it's really rewarding. But it's hard to find people that want that, that are willing and open to really doing what you suggest and being consistent, kind of following along with your tips and advice and not quitting, So I understand that it gets frustrating, but I believe it's worth the payoff. Tabitha, who did you enroll under? Whose team are you on? Yep, recruiting is really important. All right, I don't see any more questions coming through. I'm sorry that you didn't see the screen. That kind of sucks, but I hope, if you listen to it and are looking at the executive chart and the Ruby chart, that it will make sense. I will cover this topic again next week. Actually, next week I'm going to be at Green Carpet, so I'm not going to be doing this. But we can talk about this anytime in, Podio or through email. All right, I don't see anything else, so I guess we will sign off. Thank you so much, Diamond, for your time, and Tabitha, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And again, I'm sorry you couldn't see the charts, but that was all I was really showing, was what the charts actually look like. All right, ladies, have an awesome rest of the day.